All right, baby, and we're live with another N85 podcast, and we're joined today by Destiny, the roommate of dreams.
What's up?
Dude, this is supposed to be actually a solo pod, but dude, she came home and I was like, "You wanna hop on, bro? Let's just chop it up. Let's get
It's
fucking
been a
lit."
great day.
Yeah, bro.
Even though it's raining.
Yeah, for sure, but we fucking lit and everything. I was like, "Well, we're gonna pregame because tonight it's gonna be the night. We're going to Moondogs tonight with the lads."
Oh, Chris Brown.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Yo, but deadass, we're fucking getting lit as fuck tonight. This is the first night in like probably I think all year, right? That we've had
While.
everybody going out
No,
except
yeah.
Haley.
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah,
I've been
I
trying to
don't know,
convince her as hard as I can.
But yeah, we're gonna have everybody out. We're gonna go crazy. You're gonna for sure see some content on the fucking Instagram, bro. I know y'all fuck with that shit. But before we start the episode, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're on YouTube right now. If you're not on YouTube, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Let's hope. And we out here, baby.
Cheers
But yeah,
to that.
cheers to that, twin. We gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I've been inviting a lot of people because we had planned this like haphazardly during Monopoly.
Yeah, dude, this is one of those drunk plans, right? Because I remember you guys brought it up like the next week, right, or something.
Yeah,
I was like, I said that.
No, yeah, I remember planning it with Austin because Austin been bugging me, like, we should go to Moondogs.
This man literally texts me every single week. He's like, "We popping out tonight, twin?" I was like, "Nah." Yeah, y'all know I've been saying like, "Yo, I haven't been wanting to go out. I've been on my, chill, low key shit." And then this time I was like, you know what? Well, I was lit enough that day to agree to it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, bro. Let's pop the fuck out. Let's get everybody out. One send, and then let's just go crazy, bro. Let's do it. And that's tonight. And it's kind of unfortunate because tonight the weather's not really cool. Like,
Yeah,
it's been
it's
raining. It's cold as bricks. It's windy. So, like, that's kind of like it breeds, like, oh, nah, let's not
Stay
go
at
out.
home.
Yeah, stay at home vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Stay
But-
home, chill, watch The Last of Us.
yeah, which we've been watching, which is awesome. Highly recommend, by the way.
Mhm.
But we're like, fuck it, we're still gonna go out. But I was telling her actually that whenever it's more like, I guess, quote unquote dead, right? Whenever there's less people out, like at Moondogs especially, like it's actually more lit because it's more intimate. The people there are like the people that want to get fucking lit. They're like, I'm going no
Yeah.
matter what weather conditions, no matter what it's looking like outside, I'm there. So the people there like are less likely to like, judge you. They're more
Yeah.
the like lit people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before the pod started, you were talking about like, yo, I like to make a fool out of myself. I like to go crazy. Like, that's the way to go, bro. That's those people. Those
Dude,
same
yeah,
people are the
it's-
ones that are going.
It's because, like, I'd be, like, jumping and, like, going with the music, especially in the EDM room, because I like it.
Yeah.
And the amount of random guys that I've, like, dabbed up and been, like, just, like, going,
Yeah.
and then,
It's
like,
a
this,
yo.
I actually started that a couple times when I went on New
it's
Year's.
so awesome, right? You're like the fact that you're like, yo, I'm gonna do this shit.
Yeah, it was a little wild, and, like, the amount of, like, guys that were just like, yeah, it was so great partying with you. And then I'm like, peace. And then just disappear
I
for
will never
another,
see
like,
you again.
it just disappeared for another while, and then like coming back in. I had made friends with one group so that they would party with us, and then like it was just a random group too, and then made friends with like these other guys, and I was like, you want to
Yeah.
party with us too? And then like just try to bring everybody in as much as possible.
I always
So-
tell everybody that the bigger the group, like that are like, for sure, are like with you type shit,
Yeah.
the better, bro. Because like those are the people that are all gonna be on the same page, and if everybody's on the same page, all the people around you, it's like a plague. It's like The Last of Us, right?
Not the plague.
It'll fucking spread, bro. The litness, the energy will spread. Everybody's gonna feel less like insecure to kind of like start fist bumping and shit.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be the first guy, except us, obviously.
Yeah.
that starts fist bumping. We do it no matter what, because we don't give a fuck. But the regular person
Yeah.
will feel like kind of insecure. They want to see other like people was like starting it off, and then they'll be like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna be alone.
On the New Year's Day, like, as I was just like, damn, I gotta get this going. I was kind of nervous because y'all weren't there.
Yeah,
And I
I
was
know.
just like-
it was tough.
And I was just like, I just gotta send it, bro. I just gotta send it. I was like so hyped, so like drunk, obviously.
Yeah, but
That's
you
what-
held it down though. You know now like what the vibe is. You know what you gotta do. You know like how to
Yeah.
approach people to get lit with you and shit like that. That's part of
Mhm.
the N85. You gather that information from the other people. You're like, okay, I
Yeah.
understand this now. We were supposed to go. Yeah, so New Year's she went to Moondogs.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't. This is my first year as a grown adult realizing that the bars and the clubs are actually open on New Year's because a lot of people like to go and like just get lit as fuck. Like
Yeah.
New Year's, let's go fucking crazy. I always thought that everything was closed
Mhm.
because like people were like spending time with their family or something,
Yeah.
and like why are people going out? But nah, it's actually more packed and more lit than usual because we got there to our favorite bar, Moondogs. The line was literally an hour and a half wait, bro.
Damn.
And I had my dude. I was coming in so lit. Like I was like pretty drunk already.
Yeah.
And I also had my camera.
Ooh.
I was like, okay, we're gonna take this inside. We're gonna get some good content. The thing is about the camera is that it could be either good or bad.
Yeah.
Right. So you point at people, they're probably gonna be like, yeah, like they're gonna fucking be lit
Yeah.
as shit. Or like I was telling you, like they're gonna shy up and they're gonna be like you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm here with another man.
Oh, yo, that too, bro. You get bruh.
No.
You just fucking brought a good
Nar.
fucking memory to mind. There was this one time in high school, actually. I think it was probably around like senior year or junior year, something like that. Somebody's girl was actually at Ibiza
Oh,
with another guy that was on the soccer team.
dang.
And then so like you know how at Ibiza, we've been to Ibiza before.
Ibiza's a little weird.
They'll take a lot. There's a guy with a camera out around. He
Yeah.
took a lot of videos and pictures of us. You know,
Mhm.
it's cool. Unless you're doing shit that you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Bruh, they got caught like kissing on camera, bruh. And then that picture like was put up on Facebook, I think, and then everybody started circulating everywhere like, yo, look at this guy's girl with
El
this guy.
Facebook.
Oh, dude, it was not good. It was not a good
Mijo, te miré
situation.
con otra vieja.
Yeah, but that's why it's crazy, dude. If you're wilding out, like if you're doing shit you're not supposed to,
Yeah.
and then you're somewhere locally where you know a lot of people that potentially know you or you went to school with or something like that are also there. You're kind of wilding because, dude, everybody's taking pictures and you never know at the fucking back corner you could end up being on.
The
some-
promo shot is literally you with another man. It's like, or you with another girl. It's like,
That's how
but
they
it was
find
a
out
great
I'm
night.
gay.
It's a great night.
Yeah, bro. That's why it's like, I don't know. But I mean, if you're not a weirdo, you don't do anything that you're not supposed to, then hey,
Yeah.
go crazy and
It's
shit.
really fun.
But that's the plan for tonight. This is literally our pregame, right? Me and Destiny just here chopping it up. We're just about to have a good time. And we're about to get some drinks going. And everybody's going to hopefully pull up. And then
Yeah.
we get some more drinks going. I was telling Destiny before the pod started that I like to, like, plan out my day. As the moment I wake up and I know that I'm going to get lit that day, like, I
Mhm.
know I'm going out, probably going to be up to, like, 5 in the morning. My day has to be planned out as precise as possible. So the moment I wake up, I'm like, okay, I'm eating breakfast. All my meals are planned out because I know I have to get like a good nutrition inside my stomach
Bruh,
because
that's-
you got to hold down the drinks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The amount of drinks that we drink, you need a good nutrition going. Okay. So yeah, breakfast, I got my lunch, I got my dinner, and I got some snacks in between each of those, right? Now, this is actually the most important part. You would think that eating is the most important part, which is
I thought it was.
which is for the short term it is because like
Yeah.
it'll like because if you don't eat and you drink you'll get lit quick as fuck. You start getting drunk.
Happened to me yesterday.
It's happening right now. But the long game is water, hydration. Everybody
Yes.
knows. So if you don't drink water, bro, like in the long game, that's when will start making you nauseous because you
Water's
get
your best friend.
yes, you start getting dehydrated and shit, right? And not just only that night, the night after, well, the morning after.
Yeah.
When you feel like absolute dick in the ass, bro. You feel like shit. You feel so bad.
But like water and also like Gatorade.
yeah,
Powerade.
just electrolytes, just hydration
Yeah.
in general, bro. And I'm just like, okay, so yeah, I planned out this whole day. This whole day, I've been eating well. I've been doing good.
Yeah.
Can't say the same about you.
No, not at all. Kind of, sort of.
But it's like it might be a power play if you genuinely want to get like super lit, super quick to just maybe
I've had that in
Like-
college.
bro.
Yeah, like like being on a budget.
Mm.
They were just like
yeah, college
They're
shit.
just like well, like I don't go to college anymore, but when it was like balling on a budget, it was
Yeah.
just like, do I really want to get lit tonight? I might as well just not eat a lot. And then because you can't buy a lot of drinks, you can't buy
Let
a
me
lot
sacrifice my body in order to get lit for
I was very resilient in the day. We're talking about a couple of years ago, but it's like it's like I want to get lit fast because obviously if you eat a lot, you're gonna have to drink more and you have to buy more drinks. and
that
after-
is true. That is true. That's what I'm
and stuff
saying.
like that. So it was just kind of like tactical play and being like, well, if I eat a little bit less or almost very less.
Almost
I can.
nothing.
All right, not that far. I'm a little hungry most of the time.
But this dude, bro, you do
Alright,
you do
hold up.
not be eating, bro.
I
We
try.
get on her ass, bro. All the people that live in this house, bro, we're always like, bro, why are you not eating, bro? She'll come home later, like at 7 p.m. and then she'll be like, guys, you know what I ate today? Some nos and like some
a
random,
monster.
yeah,
No, a monster and like a Slim Jim.
yeah. I'm like, bro, the most random meal. I'm like, bro, I would have died by then, bro. Ain't no
I
way.
think it's just like the way my job is. I've talked to other mechanics like that
Mhm.
do other stuff, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I survived off of a Celsius and a bag of chips," and I'm just like, "Oh my god, LOL,
Nah,
same."
Not even for breakfast I could do that, bro. Like my body's gotten so used to just like the routine I have, right?
Yeah.
Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack,
I-
super dinner.
I could do the like breakfast thing, but my body's just like, but we could sleep more, and I was just like,
Mhm.
ew. And then I'm just like, I'd be sacrificing like everything in my body for
Just for
those
the
extra
5
10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. So I felt that today, bro. So let's get into it. Actually, like so I recently actually quit my job, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We started a new job.
Yeah.
That's why we're drinking today.
Yeah, no cap. We started. Hey, cheers to the
yeah.
fucking new job, to the prosperity, head ass, to the poverty that I'm experiencing right now. But yeah, I actually quit my job that I've had for like the past like 5 years, which is crazy, right? Mostly because I just wanted to expand my
Horizons.
my horizon, my knowledge on shit, my expertise, my skills and shit. I feel like
Yeah.
it'll, make me a better businessman. In the future, I have more traits to offer to create business and shit, right?
Yeah.
But also because this job is a lot more fucking like chill than my last job,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, so I've been like pretty much chilling for the past like week and a half, bro. I haven't been working, and it's definitely a different beast than working. You kind of discover yourself. You're like, okay,
Them
so now-
schlump days.
yeah. So either it goes either one of two ways, right? You either just fucking decide to chill at home and do nothing, just catch up on some sleep maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or you could just be really fucking productive. And it's actually, I thought it was gonna be like super easy to be really productive, but I've actually like figured out that I had to push myself to actually get up and do shit, because like back then when I was constantly working, when I had a schedule, I
Yeah.
like to be like a scheduled ass person, bro. Every hour of my day is literally scheduled, bro. When I know that I'm working,
Props to you.
come home, I eat, gym, come home, eat, sleep. That's literally my day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now that I don't have a schedule, I have to actually force myself to do the shit that I would normally do, like even to eating, bro.
Yeah.
Like lately, I've been eating like at 1 or 2 p.m. Like that's so fucking
Oh, damn.
unnaturally. I know, right? It's crazy, bro.
With
I'm on
the
my
put-
destiny
put the hair
shit,
back,
bro.
that's more like me.
Yeah, and so I have like dug deep though, and I got more productive and shit. I got shit that I want to do. Like I obviously have future plans for this too,
Mm-hmm.
that I started working on now, that I'm like, okay, cool. I'm so proud of myself that I took this time, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I made it
Yeah.
productive and shit, and I've been really happy with it. But at the same time, my degeneracy level has gone through the fucking roof, bro. Because like I said, I have no set schedule, so I don't have to wake up. Like for the past week, I haven't had to wake up the next day like early as fuck, 5 a.m. shit. I
Yeah.
can wake up at any time. So whenever we go out to we go out to poker nights and shit. Poker nights at Moondogs, Wednesday, Thursdays, right? So this all started on Wednesday, bro. We me and my boy George, we went to poker night and shit. And then I realized, I was like, you know what? I'm not working tomorrow. I can get kind of lit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we ended up getting fucking lit. I met this guy. Pause. I met this dude that
Pulling your hair back again.
I met
It's
this
like
guy. But I met this guy that was super, super cool, bro. Like
Mhm.
he's like a regular there at poker, right?
Yeah.
And then he was buying me drinks.
All right.
I was just like,
You got the Riz, we get it.
yeah, I know. He was buying me drinks though. He was so cool. He's like, yo, you're cool as fuck. He was buying me drinks, and we're just chopping it up and shit. And then at the end of the night, bro, he just he takes me out on his G-Wagon, bro. He's like, yo, I gotta fucking he was breaded up. I think he sells drugs. No cap.
All right.
But-
Props to him.
Yeah, props to him. So
In
look-
his LLC bag.
Yeah, no cap, bro. It's unregistered LLC. He was like, bro, I was asking him about like what he does and shit, and
Mhm.
he gave me like this story, and I was like, I know a lie when I see one, but it's okay. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I got a G-Wagon outside. And I was like, no way. And he took me out on a spin and shit. It was really cool. It was really
Yeah.
wild and shit. And then we were there till like 4:30 in the morning, bro. That was
God
my
damn.
Wednesday. Bro, on Thursday, we went back for poker night times 2, head ass, part 2. And then this time more of the homies came out, bro. Johnny,
Yeah.
my boy George. And we decided to fucking get lit as fuck again, bro. This man, the classic Johnny, bro. This man buying hella drinks and shit. We were going
He's
crazy.
so nice.
Yeah, I love him, bro.
Yeah.
He actually did a
Shout out to Johnny.
phenomenal fucking job on the last podcast, bro.
Oh
He
yeah,
really
for
fucking,
real. He's funny.
yeah, he's so good. If you haven't listened to that podcast, make sure to listen to that podcast, right? We ended up getting lit that night too, bro, because my boy Jose and Joe were there, and they were like, "Yo, let's keep it going." But we actually ended up going to Tongue and Groove that night.
Yeah.
And shout out to my boy Joe, bro. He was like, "Yo, I'll cover you, bro. I know you have been working and
What
shit."
a
Like,
real one. 'Cause
real
Tongue and
one, bro. I
Groove,
love
they
it,
be
man.
taxing sometimes.
Taxing is an understatement, bro.
Yeah.
They be like finessing damn near, bro. Those shots are just fucking crazy, right? Oh, you want to know a funny story about that night? Actually, this is funny. It's not that funny, but it's funny. So we were chilling, at this club, right? They have like a upper section, like like
Yeah.
they have a lower section and an upper section. They have to climb stairs.
The VIP section.
Yeah, VIP section, but actually not really a VIP section. You can just walk right through. They
Oh,
have
really?
VIP sections in that spot.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just a giant VIP section that you have to like have
Yeah.
a wristband, but apparently not. So I was like, oh, cool. I've never been up there. Let me go see what's up there. You know what I'm saying? So I went up there with the homies and shit. We were just scoping it out. There's like mini bars there. You get to order drinks shit, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. And we were just chilling like over the balcony, just looking down, like, oh, this is fucking lit. We're just having a good time.
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, let's just go back down. I think it's more lit down there. There's more people down there. Like the fucking ambition is cool down there, right? So I start walking down. And then there's this shotty that kind of like locks eyes with me. And I'm just like, oh, cool. And I just like, obviously if someone was looking at you, I'm going to look at them back to see
Yeah,
why
we'll
they're
see
looking
what's
at me,
up.
right? Or see who they are. Maybe they know me or some shit.
Yeah.
And then like the fucking eye contact doesn't break. And I'm like, oh, cool. And I just walk past. And I turn around. I'm like, wait. And then like my Jose grabs me. He was like, yo, that's a dude, bro. I was like, yo, no
No.
way. I promise you.
You that drunk?
I was pretty lit. I did not notice, bro. He or she, I don't know who,
They them.
was nice, bro. I gotta say they were nice,
They
bro.
were a
that
little
I did.
bad.
They were a little bad that I did not notice it, bro. This man was like, "Yo, that's a dude, bro." I was like, "All right, bro, let's go down, bro." I'm sorry, but like, yeah, that was just the first time that's ever happened to me, bro. Like,
Mhm.
I've
It's
heard
bound
of
to happen again. No, I'm just kidding.
probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's 2023, you know what I'm saying? If you good looking and you out here, bro, you out here, you know what I'm saying? And no judge.
Bro, I'm not male or female. I'm just attractive.
Yeah,
It's like-
I mean, dead ass though, right? But yeah, that was my Thursday, bro. So Friday, yesterday actually was my first day chilling.
Mhm.
I had a chill day. I was like, you know what? I actually could have gone out if I wanted to. I had some people hitting me up, aka Austin, saying like, "Yo, let's go to
Nice.
Moondogs." I was like, "No, we're going tomorrow.
Stop.
Chill the fuck out, bro." You know, he texted me. He was like, "I don't even
Mistake.
know who you are anymore, bro." Cause, dude, okay, so yeah, like I was saying, my degeneracy level is at an all-time high, bro. It hasn't been this high since like probably a year ago, right? Last year was the time to go crazy, just
Yeah.
like vibe out, do whatever you want to do, and we were going out every weekend, like
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I was having a blast. You know, I was having the time of my life, and like I genuinely enjoyed it. But now, like since I'm on my chill shit, it's so foreign to me that I'm just like, oh shit, my body's not even used to it anymore,
Yeah.
bro. I be having
Why
pains
we
on my
drinking
side,
so
bro.
much? I'm getting a tummy ache.
Yo, deadass, bro. I be having pains on my side. I be getting drunk earlier now, bro. Who am I, bro? The fucking high
Yeah.
school me would be so ashamed.
You're like on your knees. You'll be like, why?
Bro,
The
that was-
shell I used to be.
yeah, deadass. That used to be my biggest flex, that I could hold down the drinks like fucking crazy. That I could
Same.
drink like the most and shit. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm two and a half trulies deep. I'm already pretty pre-gamed in and pretty lit.
Wait,
and
we
shit.
didn't eat.
That is true, right?
Our downfall.
All right. Oh, I didn't even say before we get to Friday. Well, actually, that was Friday. Just nothing, right?
Mhm.
Thursday night, I experienced some wild ass shit at fucking at the bar, right? So me and that guy actually, where he was gonna take me in his G-Wagon and shit.
Mhm.
I was gonna be his passenger princess.
Yeah.
We were walking outside. We were at the bottom, right? And then as soon as we walk out, two dudes going at it, bro, just scrapping and shit. If you're listening to this on Monday, By midday, you should see the post on at N85 Podcast on Instagram. Make sure you go subscribe to that right now. Well, follow that part on Instagram. I'm gonna put the video up there. There's two dudes fighting and shit, right?
Yeah.
One of them was a bouncer. I recognize him, but he was from the bar, like kind of like next door, the Red Martini.
Yeah.
And it was just a random dude, and they were just fist fighting, bro, in the rain. It looked like some
Nice.
fucking like movie ass shit, bro. But and I got it. And then what was pretty like funny, I guess, was that there's a black guy and a white guy, right? The white guy was the bouncer. The black guy was like, "Hey, yo, I'm sparing you right now." Like he like
Yeah.
in the middle of fighting. And, you know, me
Hey,
being
chill.
a suburban guy, I don't really know what that means. But my boy, I was with another dude. It was the guy that
Yeah.
was with the G wagon, and then another dude. It was this black guy, right?
Yeah.
He's more urban, you could say. He's an urban gentleman. He knows what that means. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, bullets about to start flying, bro. You better get the fuck out of here." I was like, "How you know?" He's like, "You heard what he said, bro? I'm sparing you." That means that he's sparing his life. Like he could end him
Yeah.
right now if he wanted to.
It's insane.
I was like, "Oh shit, bro." I thought he was kind of capping, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't take it too serious. I took it like half serious.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, cool. And then we start walking out.
I still want to film it though.
Yeah, no, for sure. I gotta get that content for the fucking Instagram. And then, while we were walking out, right, we were walking towards that guy's car. We were still talking and shit. And then from the left side, bro, we see them take the fight like to the back, kind of. And this man goes in his trunk, pulls out the fucking pistol, bro. And he's like flashing it on him. He's like, "Yo," like say, just talking shit. Now
Mhm.
that's when I started recording. If you follow me on Instagram as ZMXVO, you would see that on my story. I posted it. Like, he flashed out the gun, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I pulled out my phone. I'm like, "Yo, this man got a gun." And then he cocked that motherfucker too, bro. Like pointing it at him. First of all, that's a felony. You can't point that shit at people. By the way, like, well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know the legality of it behind it because they
Yeah.
were fighting. So I don't know. But I saw that, I was like, holy shit, bro. And I had a lot of people, because I posted on my story, right?
Yeah.
I had a lot of people messaging me like, "Yo, are you fucking good? Like, why are you recording and shit? Why don't
Why
you
you in
just
the trenches?
why you not run? Like, why are you not running and shit?" I was like, "Well, I gotta get some content, bro."
Yeah.
So that was my experience that night, bro. I saw some wild ass shit. So I've been having like this kind of like thought, right?
Mhm.
That like, I feel like people wonder sometimes. I haven't had it directly asked to me, but I feel like people wonder like, how am I so comfortable with saying all the crazy shit that I say, like, you know, on camera for the internet to know and all that shit. But the thing is, like, I explained to you, you know, off camera, I was saying that, you know, a life where you can't be yourself is not worth living. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm
Yeah.
like depressed ass shit, but like
Being your
I-
authentic self.
yeah, like being my authentic self, I feel the best. I feel happy. I feel so good. Like doing this, like sharing all these funny stories, like and rewatching it and re-listening to it later on. I'm like, oh, this is
Mhm.
fucking awesome and shit. If I couldn't be able to do that, or if I like succumb to like the thought of people possibly judging the fact that I'm doing that,
Yeah.
it would haunt me so much to the point where I'd be so unhappy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be myself. I constantly want to be like me. So that's why it also that translates into like friend groups and shit like that.
Yeah.
When, you know, like I constantly talk with Austin and Johnny about this, that we're such good friends because we all get each other. We all understand each other. We all can be ourselves with each other. We don't have to.
Understand the clowns in one.
Yeah.
in one another.
Hell yeah. You can be yourself without anybody judging you and make you feel like, you know, like shit, like, you know, like
Yeah.
like you're cringe and shit like that. Like, no, we
Mhm.
accept ourselves. That's part of the reason why when we turn up at Moon Nugs, we turn up just because we're lit like that. We,
Mhm.
like you said, maybe make fools of ourselves,
Yeah.
right? But
we
like,
understand the gestures in one another.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's all for a cause. It's all for the litness that is like, you know, being yourself and shit. And
Yeah.
I'm genuinely happy about that. I'm gonna continue to be myself. And sometimes, you know, it does kind of backfire because you're like, well, is myself enough? Like, are people like, do people give a fuck about
Do
what
people
I?
are still interested?
Yeah,
Are they
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
you know what I'm
interested
saying?
Tomorrow?
Or should I switch it up and, you know, do something else to appeal to the people? But then I think I'm like, okay, well, if people don't fuck with me for who I genuinely am, then I wouldn't want them to fuck with me. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Like, you
No,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, if you're gonna fuck with me, you're gonna fuck with this for what it genuinely is. You know what I'm saying? And cause the thing is also, bro, and this happens to a lot of like big YouTubers and shit, is that a lot of big YouTubers like tend to,
Rebrand or something.
yeah, but kind of be people that they're not.
Yeah.
Right? And then whenever they slip up, not just the little teeniest shit slip up,
Mhm.
they get crucified for it. You know, they're like, oh, this is not who you really are. You know what I'm saying? They get like
Yeah.
quote unquote canceled for shit. You know what I'm saying? For a little like slip up. But if you're genuinely yourself through and through, you will never have a slip up because everybody knows what they're getting out of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
The
that's what.
consistency is key.
Yeah, that's what I like provide and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like litness, like fitness, and gym shit. Speaking about the gym though, let's get into that.
my
So
God.
I've had this fucking thought, right? That's like weird. So I've been having I've experienced this kind of weird phenomenon at my local gym and shit. That so there was this one time where, well, not this one time. It's been happening quite a amount of times where
Yeah.
I've been working out and shit, right? I've been going crazy, hitting them weights, you know what I'm saying? Doing my thing. And then I know everybody's had this situation where at the corner of your eye, because all the gyms have mirrors and shit, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
You can see somebody watching you, somebody looking at you
You
and
feel
shit.
that little stare.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You can see their head from the peripheral vision. Like, the angles are matching up. So I did. And then I look up to see, like, if they're actually looking at me, who they're looking at, whatever was going on. And we make eye contact. It's just shoddy, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I've heard Jim Crush. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever.
Maybe she feeling me.
Yeah, she I was, you know what I'm saying? Because she see me going crazy. And then I'm like, cool. And so now, like I explained to you, I was like, now you gotta kind of keep looking at her to see if she keeps looking at you. You know what I'm saying? It's like now it's a
Yeah.
back and forth shit. Like, all right, is she looking at me again? Let me look up. Oh, she's looking at me again.
Now
And
you
it
ending
just-
up on a TikTok
it-
like these past
yo,
couple,
the ass, bro,
like
dude, that
these
shit is-
past couple months.
That
and
shit is so weird. We could get into that after, actually. That's a good conversation. But, I'm like, cool. But she has a man, bruh. She has a man. She goes to the gym with a fucking dude, right? It might be her brother, honestly.
Yeah.
But it was more than likely.
brother in
I'm like
Christ.
97%
You're
sure
scaring the
it's her man.
hoes.
Bruh. That ass, bruh. If that's her fucking brother, yeah, it's scaring the host for real, bro. So, I'm like, cool. He starts to notice and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see him looking at me. I'm like, fuck, bro. Here we go, dude. Now the gym beef has started. So this is what I was leading up to. Have you guys ever had gym beef with someone that you never even talked to in your life, bro? It's just the simple fact that you guys can stare at each other and be like, you know what? I don't like you. I'm better than you. You know, we have beef for no apparent reason and shit. And that's what this situation is like, right? So this has been happening deadass for like the past 2 months, bro. I'm not even
Mhm.
fucking joking. I constantly like look up, like, or I look through the mirror. I'm that type of person that when I'm working out and shit, after I'm done working out, I'll put like the weights down or something like that, and I'll look around the gym. I just like looking. I just like looking at
No,
people.
yeah.
I look at faces. I look at the equipment. I just look at things, right?
Yeah.
I don't just sit there and I'm not on my phone actually. I just look, right? For some reason, every time I look at like in the area where this guy happens to be at, he's looking at me. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
So I can feel that he might not be fucking with me just because maybe he's seen that me and his shawty have been making eye contact or
Yeah.
something, right? So I'm like, god damn it, bro. Now I have gym beef, right?
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, okay, well, how do I go about this now? Should I confront him
Yeah.
possibly? Or should I just let it be this thing? So now I'm kind of like, okay, well, let me get rid of the problem, which is me and I guess maybe his girl making eye contact, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every single day now and this is so dead because they go at the same time that I go, bro.
Oof.
If you're a morning person, you see all morning people. You already know the regulars, right? If you're an afternoon person, you see the afternoon people. If you're an
Afternoon.
evening people, you see the evening people, right? And they're evening people. I go in the evening, they go in the evening. Literally every single time I'm there, I see them every single day. So I'm like, okay, let me avoid the problem at hand, which is like making eye contact with his shawty. So every time I'm working out, bro, I still feel her. I still see her kind of from my peripheral looking at the mirror. Cause I'm looking
Yeah.
at myself. I'm like beaming at myself. I'm looking into my
Mhm.
own eyes and shit. But I see her fucking head still turning and looking at the mirror, getting them angles and then looking at me. I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? What if he still gets upset that his girl's doing that? But at that point, do you blame your girl?
You blame your
Or
girl. You have like
Do you
that
blame
little
me
talk.
for being so handsome?
I've been telling you. What if they both come up to you and be like, "We've been looking at you across the gym."
Oh, we want you to join us. Oh, dude, imagine that, bro.
Yeah.
What would you do if somebody randomly, like at a bar or something, asked you to be like, yo, are y'all with
have.
this? Like,
And
you know what I'm saying?
they've
Like,
asked.
for real, bro? Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
To me and my partner, they've asked, and we were just like, oh.
Oh,
no.
they're like, oh, can I join y'all? But what if they're like, yo, you join us?
Join
I feel like
us?
that's a different beast because, like,
Oh,
obviously,
it's
if
the tag team match in WWE.
bro, no, that ass though. But I feel like because like since you're getting invited to a different thing, that might be lit. You know what I'm saying? No,
Mhm.
but like, well, if you're single, that might be lit. But I'm just saying like, that's just like, oh shit, I'm flattered that you fucking chose me to get invited to your thing. But if they invite themselves to your kind of relationship, that's a
Yeah.
little more weird and shit. But like I'm
Yeah.
saying, how would you feel if somebody invited you to their thing? They chose you. You're the chosen one.
Ooh, you that
Join our
bitch.
shit.
Was it the hair behind the
Yeah,
ear again?
that's
Like,
like,
ooh.
oh, I can't. But they.
I guess I'd be pretty flattered, no cap, but it's gonna be judgmental depending on what they look like. It's gonna be
Oh.
a little weird if it's like a middle-aged couple. We're looking to spice up our marriage and
Right, with
really
a
like
younger-
it's weird.
Yeah.
But if it's like also a young couple, it'd be like, are y'all okay? Are y'all just looking for someone else to fuck and shit like that?
Oh,
You know what I
hell
mean?
no, bro. Yeah.
The threesome excuse to fuck another girl, or to fuck another guy was what they
Fuck
say.
no, bro. I've actually never said this on the podcast, bro. But back in the day, right? I was messing with this little shotty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't like official. But we definitely had a thing going, you know what I'm saying? We would see each other like almost every day, you know, do everything that a couple would do.
Text the little emoji.
Yeah. Everything that a couple would do, but just not official, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she was seeing other guys. And I was seeing other girls though.
Oh, that's
And we
fair.
both knew, but we were both okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I've always thought like, damn, I was pretty much in like an open relationship with this girl. It was just not
Yeah.
official and shit. It was genuinely, I've never experienced something like that because this is so weird to say on camera, bro. I was just saying that how I like to expose my life. Well, here we go, bro. I'm exposing my fucking life, bro. It was so weird because like I enjoyed this girl's presence. I thought she was really cool. I thought she was really fun. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'd like to
Mhm.
take her to dinner and shit. Like she was cool. But she was not like the wifey type. Like I never
Yeah.
I never had that thought cross my fucking brain where I'm like, yo, I think I should wife this girl up. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Like
the friends with benefits.
it was literally that, but with like
Yeah.
attractiveness. Like I wanted her there. I wanted like be
Mhm.
like, hey, come over. Like, hey, let's go on a fucking like date or something. Like it was
Mhm.
that's so weird, right? Like I don't know.
Or do you
like,
think it's because of like the familiarity of like knowing what they're already like? You know what I mean?
that
Like
is
obviously, if
true.
you go like with someone new, you gotta like learn their mannerisms.
You gotta act like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
like a certain
brand new, you know what
way.
I'm saying? Yeah, act like, you
Can
know.
I crack this joke?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
listen to
yeah.
this music in front of you?
That's a
Can
good
I-
shot, actually, you know, because I do find myself, like, you know, when I get familiar with people, wanting them there more.
Mhm.
So maybe that did happen with this girl, but I don't know.
Cause familiarity, you get what I'm saying.
Oh, she lit. Yeah.
It really ties into everything. Cause sometimes like the stuff I be doing with the person I'm with, I'm just like I can't really imagine myself.
Doing that with other people?
Yeah.
Or even saying shit. It's not even like, you know, going
Listening
crazy.
to my,
It's just like,
K-pop music.
yeah.
Ugh.
All your cringy shit, like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, nobody else is gonna accept me for I am. That's actually a really good fucking point, you know?
Yeah, cause you know what I mean. Like, imagine doing like that cringe shit in front of somebody, and they like make that one face. They're like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
This is you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No, it was the mask. This is the real me. It's like,
But that's why I've always, like, acted like myself
yeah,
from the jump, bro. Like, now, bro, me who you meet is
Yeah.
me who you get forever, bro. So I avoid those situations where people will be like, oh, this is who you really are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know who the fuck I am. And I feel like in the long game, that actually really helps you out because,
Mhm.
like, if they genuinely don't fuck with you from the jump, then they'll cut you off right then and there. And that's cool. I don't have to waste time, like, with,
yeah.
and this goes for friendships, actually. That's what I'm trying to allude to,
Yeah.
actually. Like, if they don't fuck with
being mean as hell on the first day.
yeah, if you're not good with that, then yo, don't even fucking bother coming back.
Yeah.
But everybody who knows like
yeah, I
what
get
this
what you're saying.
motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna end up coming back and shit. I don't know if I said this on the podcast, bro, but I I think I told you, I was like, bro, I hope to God we never get into a fight, bro. The median height for our friend group is dead ass probably like 5'3", bro. I'm not fucking kidding, bro.
I'm 5'3".
That's what I'm saying, bro. You 5'3", Johnny like 5'2",
be like 5'5".
Carol like
5'4".
5'0", Austin like 5'4", and it's just me and Haley, the fucking outliers, bro. 5'8" and 5'11" and 3/4.
I've gone to say this, like, as a girl, you should always keep your hands to yourself. Like, I don't believe in the rule, like, you can hit a guy because he can't hit you back.
Oh.
It's controversial, but I don't care. I feel like your hands should be to yourself. It's very disrespectful to put your hands on someone else. Especially if you don't know them, you don't fuck with them like that, or if it's with, like, malintention. If I put my hands on you, these hands are rated E for everybody.
Yeah, bisexual.
Bisexual, pansexual. If you include
Yeah.
yourself as they, them, a pot, a plant, I don't give a hell.
You're a hand.
It's just so disrespectful that I see that a woman like puts her hands on a man and he has to sit there and take it. It's like, no,
Yeah.
she shouldn't put your hands on you in the first place. That's very disrespectful. I think the minute the hand lands on the face, it sounds fucked up. But I don't care. You shouldn't be hitting people that are like defenseless or something.
Right.
He should be able to hit you back. Because why are you swinging in the first place?
Well, I think it's based on fear, like that somebody could catch you on camera, right?
Yeah.
Fucking sticking a shotty, and then all of a sudden, bro,
You're
unfriended. You're a woman beater. You're fired from your job. You have
Yeah.
a lot to lose. So people be like, you know what? These fucking licks that I'm getting right now
Yeah.
are probably like better off, taking these hits than losing everything, bro. Like my friends, my family, my job.
Obviously,
everything.
I know that it takes a lot for like a person to get there too, like to put their
yeah.
hands on somebody. But I think it's like, for example, that will never happen. Like if I put my hand on you, I think you have every right to hit me back.
That's crazy, bro.
That's
Saying
me.
that, yeah, I get that, and that in my head that makes sense.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't think I could ever do that shit, but that shit
I mean,
is
I wouldn't do it either
wild,
because I'm
bro.
just like, I don't see you provoking me in that way, and I would never provoke
yeah,
you in that way.
yeah.
But to defend you, if I see a girl putting her hands on you, I'm gonna shove her out the way. If that's something I know that you don't do, I'm gonna shove her out the way because like, what are you doing hitting a guy, expecting him not to hit you back?
Oh, so you'll come in clutch for the homies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking lit, dude. I remember. This was funny, bro. I was at Moondogs. I was at poker night actually, with Haley and Austin, right?
Yeah.
And this is annoying ass girl, bro, at our table, right? And she was saying,
Trying to
"Oh
make it-
shit,
oh!"
special guest in the middle of the podcast. I don't even know what this is."
The pink sauce.
Fuck it, man. We're
Just
gonna
kidding.
try it.
I've already had 2 shots earlier today at the mall.
Sheesh.
All right, it's Destiny's turn.
No.
We're already pretty fucking lit.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, it's actually not bad at all.
It's 20% too.
Yeah, I peeped that actually. I had to pee before I took that shot. All right, back to what I was saying though. Fuck it, man. Get some drinks, man. Go, come on the couch. We're all gonna just chill over here. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. The shotty was just George had made a mistake while we were at poker. He had made a mistake and he put out like the wrong cards or some shit. He did something like that. I guess like was part of her thing, whatever. And she kind of like yelled at him, bro. Like she like snapped on him. It was like a simple like little like mistake and shit that she had no reason. She could have just corrected him.
Yeah.
But she yelled at him, bro, like
Oof.
on some like super sassy ass like shit. And then I turn around, I'm looking at that. I look at Haley. I look at George. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker wildin',
damn.
bro. And then she just kept being like sassy and shit and weird like all night and shit. And so when we left like later that night. I had brought it up to them. I was like, yo, that girl was annoying, bro. She was just like, what the
Yeah.
fuck was her problem? And she was like, and I was saying that. I was like, yo, I have this one friend. Shout out my best friend Naomi, bro. She will not take that shit, bro.
Love you.
It don't matter. Like, you don't have to put hands on a person in our friend group. If you say the wrong fucking thing, this girl will say some shit. She don't give a fuck if you 6'9", bro.
Yeah.
If you 6'7", 300-pound girl, bro. Fucking play for the women's football league, bro.
Yeah.
She will say some shit. And I'm like, I've always wanted some shit like that. Like a shawty that will stand up for the guys. Because like I said, a lot of guys will probably feel scared
Yeah.
to either stand up for themselves
Uneasy.
verbally or even fucking physically. And
Yeah.
shit, like I'm saying, I'm not, I can't. Like I said, I can't bring myself to fucking. If a shotty's hitting me, I can never bring myself to fucking deck her ass. But here's one thing: girls gotta be aware that if you start beef with a guy,
You
I
have to
feel
be
like
ready
a
for
l-
anything.
yeah, and then not only that, your guy might get the fucking
Shit in the
shit in the
stick.
stick. Yeah, so like the guy will not go towards the girl. He will fucking deal with the boyfriend. Like, oh, this is your girl. I'm a fucking unleash
Yeah.
this fury on your ass, bro. There's been so many times where I seen so many videos like on Twitter and shit of like people at football games, hockey games,
Oh,
like
yeah.
just there, like the girl arguing with the guy. The girl slaps like a random guy,
Yeah.
and then the guy is going to like probably hit her, and then obviously that girl's boyfriend has to get in
So
to protect her.
Just a
And then,
twink.
and then this man
Take
gets
the
ended up
blows.
getting knocked the fuck out, and it's not his like problem. It's not a problem that he caused.
Yeah.
He just had to defend his girl because his girl was about to get fucking decked.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate. You gotta take that into account, like, bro. You're just not putting yourself at risk. You're also putting your significant other, maybe, or even your other friends. And, you know,
Yeah.
it might turn into a fucking Royal Rumble in that bitch, bro.
Crazy story. So it didn't happen to me, but it happened to my sister. And my sister had a bad habit of like she gets mad a little quick.
Oh,
She's been working on it.
Yeah.
But it was in our favorite place, Espacio.
oh,
Space.
Espacio,
If you've ever been,
discotheque.
if you've ever been there,
Yeah,
it
that's
gets
where the
really
paisas
wild.
be at, bro.
I forgot, some dude like touched her the wrong way, or like he
Oof.
said something to her, but you know, it could have been something like you like hey yo, like keep your hands to yourself, like get away from me, you know,
Mhm.
something like that. And whatchamacallit, she hit the guy. She hit the
Oh.
guy because it escalated that far, and because she hit the guy, and you know he's from El Rancho, so he's like,
Oh, these motherfuckers, yeah.
he don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck,
You know,
bro.
manners are out the window. He's like, all right, I'm gonna show you what it's about.
Yeah.
And her friend Jose Juan, and he's a family friend. He's pretty big. He does a lot of construction, hefty build. You know, he had to take this hits for her and like go in fight like two other
Yeah,
dudes.
fighting for her.
But it turned out bad because then like that other homie's like girls were jumping in, scratching this man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And like
bro.
he had scratch marks from the back of his neck. He also had a bottle cracked on his head.
Oh, Jesus.
And
fucking
I think that was
Christ,
the
bro.
most wild stuff. And so my mom was there too. And my mom being
Your
the
mom at Espacio? No
my
way,
mom
bro.
is a lady that has fought a lot in her life. And
Yo,
has,
shout out your mom, bro.
yeah,
That's
for real.
fucking lit.
Shout out Doña Mirna.
Yeah.
She has taught me to defend myself, don't take shit from no one. And this lady keeping true to her word when Jose Juan was getting his ass, like, he wasn't getting it handed, but it was an unfair fight. He was keeping his own. Grabbed the other girl, hit the fuck out of her, and, like, disappeared into the night. Kept making her. And then
Jesus.
my mom was, like, you know, like, in her late 40s still trying to get them licks in to help him out and shit like that. Because, like, now that other girl thinks it's fair to hit this guy.
Yeah,
so now
yeah.
it's a 3v1. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
And, you know, you got to be ready for, like, those type of things. Because, like, if, for example, some guy pushes you the wrong way. It actually happened that one night. I think one of the first times some guy bumped into you. And it was just like, hey.
Oh.
And I like stuck my hand. I've done it for Austin, too. Like,
Wait, was that the time? Oh, that was an accidental night. I think I know what you're talking about. Is that where
Yeah.
Diana was there with you? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, her brother and
Her
stuff
brother,
like that.
right? Yeah, that was unfortunate,
I also have
bro.
that instinct with like
Shout
a
out
lot
Diana,
of
bro.
people. Like Austin, some guy got shoved the wrong way at Moondog. Instant hand in there, cause you know, fair game. No one's gonna hit me. You know, push him to the side, act like he's with me, and
sure.
you know, stuff like that. Even if it's like the little princess treatment, putting a hand around his waist. You know, like
Yeah, I'm dead.
you know, just like trying to get him out of any trouble that can possibly happen. Because for guys, it's almost a borderline free for all.
Yeah.
Especially
sure,
like
bro.
if a guy gets shoved the wrong way, he don't know who to get angry at, and you accidentally make that eye contact.
Mhm.
It's a little crazy.
And not only that, you don't know like where the other guy's homies are, but that guy could have a homie behind you, bro, and that man could have a bottle in his hand, crack you behind the head,
Yeah.
and you're fucked, bro. You're out. There was this one time at Moondogs. Everything happens at Moondogs, bro. Shout out Moondogs, I love it. Where I was there with this homie, right? And we saw this guy that me and him kind of mutually don't really fuck with anymore. He used to be like a
Mhm.
friend, but now we kind of like cut ties with him, right? So there's kind of like this weird, like, I don't know, limbo. Like, do we have beef or do we not, right?
Yeah.
And that guy, I guess he was trying to make like amends, right?
Yeah.
With my friend. And it was about closing time. We were heading out. And he went up to him. He was like, hey, bro, like, you know, we don't have to be weird. You know what I'm saying? We could be at the same place. And I just wanted to let you know that there's no, like, you know, beef. We can just be cool. You do your thing and I do my thing. But then my friend, oh, also, he did that same talk with me before. Like, probably like 30 minutes before.
Yeah.
And I'm cool. I'll be like, no beef, bro. Shake my hand right now.
Yeah.
Shook hands, chopped it up, boom, nothing. My homie though, however, bro, shout out my boy. I'm muting that name by the way. It was him. He's not like me, bro. He's not like me, bro. This man will dead ass like hold a grudge or like be petty,
Hold that
right?
grudge to the grave.
To the grave.
Why is he just like me?
I don't know.
No.
Bro. Yeah, I don't know. But he was like, it was like, well, I'm not the one that's fucking weird. You're the one that's weird, but you're the one that always comes with problems. You always say this and this and this about me. Like, I was like, no, bro, no. Why didn't you go the same route that I did? Why didn't you just shake his hand?
It's hard
say,
being
cool.
the bigger person when you're under 5'5".
I'm,
just kidding.
I'm so, bro. He's not under 5'5".
I'm
You're
kidding,
tripping.
I'm
That man's like
kidding,
5'10". But yeah, I was like, bro, why don't you just be like me, bro? Why don't you just shake hands? It's so easy, bro. You just let him do his thing. You don't give a fuck about him. But no, he talked this shit. And the guy was like, man, what the fuck, bro? Like why you like coming with this energy, bro? You're the one that who be doing this. And they just start blaming each other for like shit that they've done to each other or some shit like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm next to my friend, right? He's literally right next to me, like right here, like a foot away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I have my hands in my pocket because that's usually what I do, you know? So it's really awkward, head ass. No, but I just keep my hands in my pocket. But I take my hand out of my pocket and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to catch a punch right now. Because, like, I kind of see them kind of like, whenever people tense up, they start to get kind of like closer to each other and shit. Like, straighten out. They're getting ready to, for like,
the alpha stance.
Yeah, efficient punching style, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. So I see that happening. I have my hand literally like this, bro. I have my hand literally like this. So in case the other dude tried punching my friend, I was going to catch that motherfucker like a baseball, bro. And they're just arguing shit. And then at the end, like, I decided to de-escalate. Like I've always said in this podcast, bro, de-escalate, de-escalate, de-escalate. That saves you time, money, fucking everything, bro. Yeah, like getting kicked out of every bar. I was like, yo, I talked to my friend, like, sincerely, like, yo, you know what? I think, you know, he had good intentions, whether you accept it or not. Like, I think you just shake this man's hand and everybody goes their separate ways. And he listened to me and he shook his hand. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. They shook hands. The guy left. We did our own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the fucking moral of the story, bro. De-escalate, de-escalate. It always works. It literally hardly ever backfires because nobody's going to, like,
be like, no, I want to.
No, I actually want to fight. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking for a fucking scrap. Fuck it, bro. Yo, no, everybody's going to be like, you know, fuck it, whatever.
I've only
had
mild beef with certain girls, but nothing like, I was just like, I'll just ignore it.
You never got into a fight in your days or anything like that?
Being close to a fight. For some reason, being loud, it's always like put off other people. I think I like yelled at this one guy in class. He like shut the fuck up.
Oh, dude, bro.
No, yeah, he was talking hella shit, and I
like about you or just like talking shit about something?
Like obviously Bergmark girls soccer team. Shout out.
Ah, yikes, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, bro. They were queens.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to put it up as much as I could at the time.
Yeah.
But he kept talking shit. He just kept going, especially to my friend Emily. She was like she wasn't that tall.
Mm-hmm.
Kept talking shit and be like, it's not like you guys do anything. It's not like you guys really make that much.
Bro.
It's not like you guys score a lot. And keep in mind, it was coming from a guy who was a manager of the guy's soccer team. And what that means is
like manager, bro.
And what that means is that you ride their dick and you get them water and you hold their balls in the sack and physically.
Yo, this guy. Yeah.
So I was getting a little pissed, and it was in math class. And I was just like, I kept hearing him talk his shit. And as a person, I mean, I was like captain and stuff like that. I try to take care of a lot of the girls there
100%.
from whether it was on or off the field, trying to make sure they were okay. Because I didn't get that treatment when I was a freshman
100%,
or a
bro.
sophomore. So I was just like, you know
Not a
what?
lot of people had that person that like, you know, could stand up for them or be like that kind
Yeah.
of safeguard. Because, like,
God,
you
fucking-
guys did take a lot of shit. Cause
I got dogged on
Yeah,
freshman year.
bro.
Dog.
there was a
dog
fucking
shit to the
yeah,
max.
a meme going around, bro. Motherfuckers would just be like, "Oh yeah, you guys are like the girls soccer team." 'Cause-
Yeah, and so he kept talking shit, and it was like my sophomore, junior year. And my junior year, I was like, no, we're doing shit this year. We're actually,
yeah.
we're not
Get your
like
shit
gonna
together.
make state. No, I'm not saying that shit. That's cap. That's cap.
Yeah.
But I will at least make it a playoffs, and we'll win more than 3 games. And
Hell
that
yeah,
doesn't
man.
sound like a lot, but that is a lot for us.
Yeah,
And especially because it's one of the hardest districts out there. and
it
stuff
was
like
it
that.
was called the District of Death, actually. Our district, but we had
So
like,
it was great to like win some games.
yeah, hell yeah.
And he kept talking his shit, being this, being that. I dead ass turned around and be like, "Hey, who are you talking shit? Not even on the field."
I think that comes out of like insecurity, bro. Like, genuinely, if he was talking shit, he's not on like a team or nothing like that. It just becomes out of like, you know, you gotta. For him, in his eyes, he was probably shitting on people like quote unquote below him, like people that were
Yeah.
like down already. Like, it's so easy to make fun of people that are already like getting shit on or already like at their low point. Because like, what are they gonna say? How are they gonna defend themselves? Like, you can't defend yourself in that.
I stood up,
Yeah, hell yeah.
and it seemed a little hostile because it was in class. I stood up and I like
Bruh,
ripping his
no
ass a new
way.
one. I'm like, I'd like to see you do some shit in your life for once.
Yo.
So when you got the
Imagine-
balls to talk to me instead of her, I'll be waiting right here, and then he
Oh.
shut the fuck up for the rest of class.
Dude, I cannot picture you like swinging on somebody, but that'd
I
be
won't
so
swing.
fucking
I'll
funny,
rip
man.
you a new one, and then if it comes to swinging, it'll
I'll
get to that.
do
I've only
it.
come to swinging to someone once, and it was like a personal,
Yeah, yeah.
very
yeah.
personal thing that we had talked about.
Yeah.
I was shaking in anger, and I won't say I'm the baddest bitch out there, but when I feel violent,
That
I feel
adrenaline, bro.
violent.
That adrenaline takes fucking
It
over,
does, bro. I'd be ready to smash someone's teeth with a boot. I don't give a fuck. It's like, but it's only for the people that I really care about.
No, for sure,
And
man.
it's like it's for the closest people around me, and that circle's been growing to the point where like I know the people that care about me, and I will
Yeah.
step in for you when I know the time is right.
100.
I know I'm not the biggest girl out there. I know I'm not the strongest girl out there, but I will
But
put
I got
2
fucking
hands.
heart, baby.
I will put 2 hands in that heart in there.
No,
You know
it's
what I mean?
true, bro. I feel like a lot of people should learn general basics of what it is to fucking fight or defending yourself, bro.
But you also gotta choose the people you fight or defend for. 'Cause sometimes
Nah,
you
for
be
sure.
out there and fighting looking goofy.
Goofy, yeah,
You be looking
yeah.
goofy.
It's a girl defending her cheating ass boyfriend or something
and
bullshit
then
like
and the
that.
next day they're back with them. You're just like,
That's what I'm saying.
God damn it. And it's like,
No, yeah. I mean, even in general, like, you never know when the fucking situation will arise. Like, I've spoken in the past on the pod of a situation where one of my homies got jumped outside of school.
yeah.
2v1, had no business. He was just walking. He was just walking and shit. And he just ended up getting fucking jumped. They took all his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even for girls in general, like, well, I won't say for girls, but just I guess people, like, you never know, like, somebody could catch you fucking lacking. If you don't know how to
Yeah.
defend yourself, bro, is rap.
Typically, the girl beef though, it's not on site on mine unless it's very very addressed. Typically, it's the
Mm.
stares, it's the comments, it's the it's the looks.
So how do you know is the point where bro, we got actual
when it's
beef?
swinging? When you actually talking to one another, because typically girls will like give that
Just stare.
that silent treatment, that
Yeah.
stare, that be like
It's
that
just
look
staring,
and be
whole
like,
ass
I don't
staring.
really fuck with you and shit like that. So don't fucking come around.
It takes a
me.
gangster ass girl to actually make confrontation. It also
It-
takes gangster ass fucking beef. Like I don't
No,
really
yeah.
see like girls.
I-
There was actually this shawty that when was it, on Thursday? Shout out to them if they're listening. I put them on the podcast. That she was showing me a video. So I had seen it like 2 days before, right?
yeah,
Or no, the week before actually, on somebody else's like story, right?
yeah.
It was a fight at Moondogs between some girls and shit.
Mhm.
And when I saw it that day, I was like, oh, that's cool. What the fuck? That's crazy. That don't really happen when we're there. So fast forward another week, right? I meet this girl there. I've never like seen her in my life. You know, it's just my, you know, some people that I know are talking to the girl or whatever. And then she kind of introduces herself to me, and we're just talking, just normal
Yeah.
talk, bar talk. And she's like, "Hey, like, yeah, actually got into a fight at this bar a week ago." And I was like, "What, for real?"
That's
She's like, "Yeah, I got the
problematic.
video right here." She showed me. I was like, "Yo, it's the same video that this girl uploaded." I was like, "That was you?" She was like, "That was me, bro. I got into a fight with this bitch." She started talking shit. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, "Dude, that's fucking gangster, bro."
But no cap though. When girls fight, it's a lot of like pulling hair
Pulling
and
hair,
like
yeah.
throwing hands. I'm not gonna cap. If you're gonna fight me, you best believe I'm not giving a fuck about my hair. I'm gonna body slam your ass. And I'm gonna put a fucking elbow and knee
I
in
hear
your
that
face.
shit.
I'm gonna put a knee and an elbow in your face.
Hell,
And
that's the way to
and
go.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna break your arm. So
Bruh.
if you mess with these guys, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna fucking break some shit of yours, whether I want to or if I want or not.
I was talking to a coworker before I quit my job. Oh, we have a question from the audience.
If you do fight tonight, don't forget Nicole actually took Taekwondo, so she's got.
Oh, she about to fucking
So
karate chop somebody's
it's
ass.
it's gang on gang on gang.
No camera.
So
Well, I was telling her that.
Squared up at a guy at Quick Trip right now.
What the fuck, bro? Not a quick trip, bro.
some guys be weird at gas stations.
No.
though.
Oh yeah, there be
Yeah.
some creepy ass dude. No, I was telling her that God bless us if we get into a fight when it's just like us and not like the extended friend group. Because the median height in our friend group is like 5'2", bro. Like it's quite unfortunate. It's just me and Haley that are like, yeah, that has right.
Don't laugh at me. Do not laugh at me. I didn't choose to
No,
be this
but
short. I was blessed.
No, but it's like it's not also about physical attributes too. Because I was saying, I was telling to a coworker before I quit my job. I was
Yeah.
saying that like, motherfuckers think that if you're gonna get into a fight with me, you're gonna think that we're just like going
meet.
fist.
Yeah.
No, we're not, bro. I'm gonna choke you the fuck out, bro. I watched too much goddamn UFC to fucking not know how to armbar somebody's ass or put somebody in a fucking chokehold and I'll choke your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? A wrestler will beat a striker every single time. I don't know if you
Mhm.
guys know this. If you know how to take somebody down, you will most likely beat them in a fight. That's why I encourage everybody to get some kind of like at least practice, not training, but like practice in like takedown, attack and defense. Defense is more actually like good because like if somebody
Yeah.
tries to take you down or like some guy's trying to put some weird shit on you, you know how to like defend against it and you just fucking dip. Just
Yeah,
start
weirdly enough,
sprinting, man.
fucking Jennifer's got me on that. Anytime I try to pick her up or like
You know what
move
to
at
do,
her a
twin?
certain way,
Hell yeah.
she in the first year of like when we were like getting to know each other, she would twist me the wrong way and put me on my ass.
Jesus
And
Christ.
I had to like get on my feet real quick because at first I was shocked. I was like, "You do this to little old me?" And then I was like, "Nah, bro, I gotta stop being soft." And then yeah, later on, like when I was like working on my arms and stuff, she couldn't twist me because I like
Oh, yeah,
had
you got
that arm strength.
baby.
Because our strength was like even. She'd have like the leg strength, but then I'd have the arm strength. I'd be like, where it's a tie. Like
Yeah.
you can't do shit. But
An unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Like-
That ass. No, yeah. No, it's very. I think you know, for me personally, if I ever have like kids or a daughter, you know,
Yeah.
I think it's for me. I'm gonna make it like a priority to teach them self defense because like not to get deep or anything, but even what's happening now, you know, in
yeah.
where we like in the Gwinnett and shit with the people that have turned up missing or kidnapped and all the crazy shit.
Yeah.
It's like maybe if you have some kind of, defense kind of knowledge, maybe it would help you, even if it's the slightest 2%. That's something compared to nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier about like fighting as a child. Well, not as a child, no child soldier shit,
saying?
but like as in like. Well, when I would like go to school and stuff like that, my mom did have to talk with me, and she's like, like if you do go to school and you
Yeah.
fight somebody, she's like, if you come back with your ass beaten, I'm gonna kick your ass too. So I always had that. As a
See,
child,
but it's like I think as a parent, I think that's a very
pride.
50-50 because you could create a bully, bruh. That's
Yeah.
it's actually
Oh,
a greater
fuck
fear
yeah.
than like having like a son or daughter that gets their ass whooped.
Yeah.
My greater fear than that is having a son or daughter that's a fucking bully.
I didn't even think about
u-
that.
Yeah, that uses the fucking skills that I'll teach them to like for bad and shit. Cause I've met so many bullies in
Really?
school and shit like that. I've come
Mhm.
across them. I never got bullied because
I
of my
didn't get bullied
physical
either.
attributes or
I
my
just,
speaking.
I guess didn't hang around the wrong people. Or
yeah,
some
or you were
shit,
just
but
cool. And nobody
I was like, whatever.
nobody beefed with you. But I have seen a lot of bullies that were like, you know, bigger and like stronger than kids, and they were just physically like,
Yeah.
you know, shun them head ass.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like it's like a scary thing. I really wouldn't want that to happen.
The superhero mentality, use it for good. Son.
Yeah,
use it for good.
Hopefully, I mean, you could try your best, I guess. You know, like even in general, I guess parenting would be like. I was explaining this to Haley. I was like, you know, parenting is more so like shot in the dark. You use all the things that you learned and that you wish to not have from your parents. I remember when I was a kid, bro. Then not to get deep or nothing, but I remember every time my dad would kind of like do something that I didn't genuinely fuck with, I'd be like, you know what? When I'm older, bro, I'm not gonna be like you. Like I just
Yeah.
straight up tell him like, as a fucking like 9-year-old, I'd be like, I don't want to be like you and shit like that.
Mhm.
So I guess you kind of use some of those things that you've learned across your lifestyle, like be like, you know what? Whatever they did at this point, I could probably do it this other way and do it better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just a shot
It's
in the
always
dark.
just. I think the people that don't account for it when it comes to parenting is that your child has, what is it? The Attack on Titan, their own free will.
Yeah,
stuff
or they
like
have
that.
their own like natural born like personality
ambitions
and like
stuff like that.
they're their own person and shit. 'Cause
Mhm.
you would assume they're kind of like you maybe or like a certain
Yeah.
person that you think, but like everybody is actually dead ass born different, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I remember I saw this guy that when we were younger, bro. No, I'm not even gonna say it, bro. I can't even say it.
Alright.
No, but no, I was gonna say he was a certain type of person when he was a little kid, right?
Yeah.
And he grew up to be that exact same person, and I was like, oh,
I
I
mean,
seen it from when I
I
was
can't
younger.
say that like as a kid I didn't understand my parents, and now
Right.
that the age that I am, even though I don't fully understand my parents, but I do understand them more than I did when I was younger.
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
I can't say that, oh, I know exactly what you're going through. You know what I mean? But I can't be like, I'm old enough to understand your perspective and old enough to see where you're coming from.
Yeah, when I was younger, I thought like, you know, like that example I just put out where I was like, you know, I don't want to be like you.
Yeah.
I thought that like 100% of that shit was like I was gonna carry on until I was an adult. But
Mhm.
I think probably like only like I'd say like 75% of that shit I'm like I kind of still agree with. But like there's other 25% where like, oh, I was just tripping. I was just being like a teenager that didn't understand reason. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, also they were like raised like so differently.
Traditional and weird.
Well, so differently.
Yeah.
Like when my mom explains like her childhood in like Mexico, she was like más morenita, which is like she's a little darker.
Yeah.
And you guys were talking about this on the
Yeah,
last
on the last
episode.
podcast. Yeah.
That like Hispanic people, when you're darker, they
You
treat
get
you
treated
different.
weird. Yeah.
My mom was treated really different.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And stuff like that. So that's why she knew how to fight. Because when people be talking
Oh,
shit about the shit
shit, bro.
darker, shit.
We're
and
gonna
shit
start
like
a mom fight league.
And, so she was raised very, very, and you know, like she didn't have a good relationship with her mom.
Oh yeah,
She
that'll do it.
didn't have a dad in the picture. You know, it's very, very different from what I went through. So
Yeah.
I can't be like, Mom, you're wrong. You know, she's trying
Yeah,
and
100%.
stuff like that. So like,
But I explained to you, I actually told you a story the other day where my mom actually I remember I was young. I was probably like around 12 or 13 at this time. And my mom actually got really upset at me.
yeah,
And she was yelling at me like I've never seen before. Veins coming out her fucking neck, bro. Just about to turn Super Saiyan on my ass. And I was like, oh shit, bro, it's about to get real. And then she charged at me, fucking fist closed and everything. She's never done that in her life, bro, till this day. And I was like, oh shit. And then like I kind of dodged the fucking shot and I grabbed her from behind, like bear hugged her ass. I took her
Damn.
ass down, bro. I had to. I
God.
would never fucking put my hands on my mom or fight her, bro. That was not my intention. But I had to like disarm her, bro. She was ready to fucking throw hands at me.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did to her, bro. But I probably did some shit. And I held her there, bro. And dude, she was literally like possessed, bro. She was trying to like bite me. She did anything in her pot. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I saw
A
a
different
vein.
being.
Dude, it
Different
was.
being.
I'll never forget that shit. But I
I
had to
mean-
disarm her, bro.
Yeah, I mean, my mom, since what she went through was very different from what I went through, she was like, I want to prepare you for, like, what could come.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, not that it was abusive, but she would, like, smack smack me a little bit and be like, "What are you gonna do
Yeah,
about
what
it?
you gonna
What
do?
you gonna
Yeah.
do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?"
I did that with my brothers too, bro.
Yeah, and then I tackled her. You know, 'cause
Oh,
one time
shit, bro.
I had it. I had it, and I didn't want to like
Already.
put hands on my mom. I tackled her to the couch. I put her hands above her, and I was like, Are you gonna stop?" And then, bro, I let her go because I was like, "Damn, what am I doing? Who am?
Yo, this is
you-
my
what is it, like,
mom.
who am I?" And then, dude, she got up, dusted herself, turned her rings. This is how you know she's
Oh.
old. Turned her rings to the rocks and be like, "All right, I see what you about. Let's go."
Let's go.
And
No
I was
way.
like, "I'm not
What I get
ready."
into, bro, fuck. Dude, your mom's a gangster, bro. You would not expect that from her, bro. I met her. She was such a nice lady. I was like,
She
hey,
is.
what's
She's
up?
smaller than me.
Yeah, bro.
Smaller than me.
Uh,
That says a lot in this household.
yeah, God bless, bro.
And it was really crazy. You know, like learning stuff. My dad wasn't much of a fighter.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I was gonna get into that too. My dad was a pussy. Dude, this man would tell me stories about how to get like Oh yeah, I told you this story the other day. I was like, my dad always well, cause I remember this one time we were talking about my youngest brother, right?
Yeah.
He's like the kind of like the runt of the family. He's like smaller than us, like way smaller than us. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he always got into a fight though. He always got like into fights more than all of us actually, which is crazy.
Yeah,
But through that he learned. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then I was like, I asked him, I was like, "Oh, did you get into any fights?" He was like, you know, sometimes, but hardly ever. I was like, "Oh, like why?" And he was like, "There's always kids that wanted to bully me because he's short. That man's like 5'1", bro. That man's pretty short."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "There's always bullies at my school, you know, like any other school and shit."
Obviously taller.
And he was like, there was this one time where they had a whole like gang of them, and they like kind of like were coming at me and shit just to bully me, just 'cause I was, you know, this kid that they could be easily bullied, right?
Yeah.
He was like, "But you know what? I never got hit." And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "'Cause I was way faster than them, bro. I knew how to fucking run, bro." I was like, "Yeah, son."
He knew his strong suits.
He's like, but if they did catch me, there's times where they get to catch me, and then when they did catch me, it was over with, bro. I
What
got
is
my
it?
ass beat. I didn't know how to fight, bro.
Dodge, dip, and dodge.
That's what I'm
Something
saying.
like that.
If you know how to run, bro, run.
It is playing to his strong suits though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you know you're not big, you're not gonna get your ass whooped every time. I think he really was playing to his strong suits. I can't knock him
You
for
got
that.
to, bro. You got to. Anybody, like in general, just
Yeah.
know what you got, bro, and just hope for the best.
If you got a lot of bark, just be barking until
yeah, talk shit until it gets
If
real. Then
someone
you're like,
bites,
back
though,
up, back up.
know your strong suits.
They get somebody that knows how to fight and sub in, bro. Tag
yeah,
team.
that was actually my mom. same thing. They
Like,
went-
you need me to fight for you? I got you, bro.
They
I'm doing shit
did
for fun, bro.
on a Sunday. They
Jesus, the Lord's Day.
Tita, ven, ayúdame, alguien me quiere golpear,
Me quiere
alguien me,
putear.
alguien me quiere putear. And then
Yo,
she'd
no
be
way.
coming out, como chingas, a ver
Fuck
quién.
it, I'm down.
And stuff like that. She fought in her Sunday uniform, all white, and then got her ass beat again by her mom.
yeah.
And
For
stuff
getting
like that.
dirty and for
Dude,
getting into a fight. and
my
shit.
mom has so many stories like that. She can go on.
Dude, the
and-
old heads always got like the best
Yeah.
stories and shit. I already said I want to get my dad on here. I'm gonna get him on here one day, bro. It's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah, I've
An
only
off
seen him
Spanish
like
party.
once. He's a little scary though. He got
Yeah,
your same
he
face like when y'all are like
Just
like,
chilling,
ju-
like me,
not chilling, but like very observant.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a little scary, but I'm just like, oh, they just like scoping out.
Yeah.
It's a very straightforward face and like looking at everybody up and down, not in a very like sizing you up kind of way.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, what are you about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a little nervous. I was like, let me dust myself off. You know, let me look presentable.
Yeah.
¿Gustas un agua? And it's like-
Dead ass, bro. It's always interesting, like, oh, we're taking another shot. Yeah, you know, fucking, we'll end the podcast with this fucking shot. We're gonna take a shot each. I'm already
Alright.
pretty fucking lit.
Same. Gotta go to the bathroom. Gotta get that
Mhm.
cycle through.
It's like a fucking health potion. I feel like I'm taking that potion from Shrek, bro. I'm about to get all pretty and shit. I'm about to turn into a horse.
We already beautiful. We just gotta tuck our hair behind our ear.
No, God, bro. All right, fuck it. We'll end it there. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in for another N85 podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Road to 1,000 subscribers. Listen to us on Apple
Woo!
Podcasts and Spotify. 5 stars on both. And go follow the Instagram at N85 Podcast on Instagram. And we're fucking out, baby.
Love you guys.
Boom.
Mwah.